Hey guys, and welcome back to the road to 1600. Today I'm starting off at 827. I mixed up my format here a little bit from the previous video, so if you guys love it or hate it, let me know in the comments and we can switch back to it. But I'm just trying to go with more of a road theme, it's road to 1600. And I didn't really have a lot of road themed stuff before, so let me know in the comments if you love it or hate it. But I got a pretty quick game here. I'm playing as white, and we are going up against an 818. I'm also not going to do an intro, I'm just going to jump right into the game here. So, I'm playing as white, and I'm going straight to the London. Thinking out loud here, maybe I could go to a different opening in the future. I've done the London for a little while now, probably about a month. And I could probably start to expand to maybe an E4 opening. Just something I'm thinking about. But for today's game, we're going back to the London. And this game was only 11 moves in, and for the most part, I was following my script. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. And I was thinking about maybe going up to E5 there with my knight. But one, I remembered the comment, don't attack without development. And two, I was keeping an eye on his F-pawn. His F-pawn could have put a little pressure on my knight if I had posted him up there a little bit early. So I was holding him back for right now. I wasn't trying to be too aggressive or get, anything too crazy. And the usual, when you get the pressure on the dark squared bishop, just rock back a little bit, open up that rook, which comes into play here in just a moment. So then he brings the knight out, pretty typical. I see this a lot. And, I'm thinking in my head, all right, I can move my G-pawn up, my new G-pawn up, kick the knight out, and then I can put some pressure on if he decides to castle kingside, which he's looking like he is going to as of right now. So, I'm thinking about bringing up my knight, so I figured let's continue the development. So I brought my knight up, and so then he brings his knight in. Perfect. I was going to go there with my bishop anyway to build up the structure. So he takes, again, I'm not mad about that. Come on in. Didn't really have an immediate plan for that knight right now. And that's going to help me get my queen into the game a little bit. So, not mad about that one whatsoever. Castle's kingside. And now I can go straight into check because I've got that H-file open and my rook is just staring at his king. So, this is another reason why I love the London, because if you castle kingside, all of my pieces are on the king side and focusing towards the king. It's just going to be an avalanche of pieces. Now, I may not know what to do with them when I get over there, and that's a whole separate story, but there's options. You'd rather have more options than fewer options. And here, I mess up. This game was only 11 moves long, and I managed to make a blunder. Classic. So, I was thinking, let me move my knight up, because then I'll get my queen involved. Maybe I'll bring my queen to e2, slide my queen over, and then run my queen in there with my rook. I was thinking about where I can move my light squared bishop to try to put some more pressure on if I can get like a free piece or something, because as soon as I move that bishop, he's going to be into check. So I was thinking, what can I do? And I couldn't necessarily come up with exactly what I wanted to do, but I figured let's develop another piece, get in there. Maybe he puts his F-pawn up to push my knight out. Well, I'll just move my bishop back, go into check, and then I can move my knight, maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Because my rook is staring at his king, I had some options. I didn't necessarily know what to do, but I managed to move my knight, my unprotected knight, right into the path of his queen. Now, I still think he still has some issues, like, yeah, let's say his queen comes up and takes my lonely knight there. I'll move my bishop back, maybe to a spot that's threatening his queen. I'm not sure. But then, yeah, I was just going to plan to move my bishop and go from there. But between my 4 pieces right now, the queen's not involved yet, but I had some pretty good pressure over there. And so he moves up, and yeah, I didn't even have a chance to make a move. I'll go back here to the end. But, like, As I was about to make my move, he said, nope, I'm done. I don't know where to go from here. His king's in the corner. The second I move, he's in check, so I would slide back with my bishop. He'd be in check. I could slide my my knight in there, maybe get his queen. I don't know, but I had options. And my queen hasn't even gotten involved yet. So I put a lot of pressure on, and the game kind of followed the script of the London. You know, if he castles kingside, you've got a lot of different options. And like I said, this game was only 11 moves long. So, pretty cool. Not going to be mad about that. We'll take it, move on to the next one. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.